Tim, you're a good man, a great friend, and you're probably the only person on earth who could call me up and say you're getting married on New Year's Eve in Montana, and I'd show up.
My dearest Holly, this past year and a half has been a lot about choices, and I'm happy with every single one I've made concerning you.
Whether it's for better or for the worse, as long as we're together, we'll make it through this. I knew that it was true from the very first time I kissed your lips.
Hi, Schmoopy. From the moment you walked out of that hotel for our first date holding a cooler of cheese and milk, I knew I had something special.
Adventure. And sometimes you may feel like giving up, but you just gotta look back and remember what we're made of.
When we met, I had no idea where things would go, but I knew that I wanted to give it my all with you. I was lonely, frustrated, almost out of patience, and couldn't really see any positives in my future. However, you changed all of that. You saved me. Oh my God, that's so beautiful.
I'll stay by your side.
As we got to know each other that first day, I hoped you were feeling the same way that I was. I was so happy when you agreed to hold my hand at the movies. Then you kept coming back to see me, and I began to fall in love very quickly. I love your quirky personality, your kind heart, your love of kitties, and pretty much everything about you.
This journey has been incredibly amazing so far, and I'm so excited about where it's headed. So much so that I even nearly lost it just during the rehearsal.
I'll stay by your side.
I value the way you let me know, both by your words and actions, that I am truly loved.
I'm the happiest I've ever been and believe it can only get better from here.
I had never felt sure that I could spend my life with anyone until you.
I'll stay by your side. I won't let go. I won't let go. I won't let go. I won't let go. I hope you know. I hope you know that I won't let go. I won't let go.
Thrilled to be marrying you. Love, Tim.
I love you beyond words, and I love you more. Your bride, Hollee Noel.
Loving and gracious God, on this day we give you thanks for Tim and for Hollee, for their friends and for their family and for the love that they share. We ask that you would be with us during this time as they make these important promises to each other, and they start off not only a new century, not only a new year, but a new life together as a married couple. God, we give you thanks for your many blessings, and we ask that you would continue to walk with us from this day forward. We ask all this in the name of your Son, Jesus. Amen. Good evening and welcome to the wedding ceremony for Timothy Anderson and Hollee Woodhouse. The bride and groom would like to thank you for your attendance this evening. Dear friends, we have come together in the presence of God to witness the marriage of Timothy and Hollee, to surround them with our prayers and to share in their joy. The scriptures teach us that the bond and covenant of marriage is a gift of God in which a man and a woman are joined as one. As Timothy and Hollee make their promises to each other today, we remember that at Cana in Galilee, our Lord Jesus Christ made the wedding feast a sign of God's reign of love.
I, Tim, take you, Hollee, for my wife from this day onwards, not only to have and to hold in good times and bad, for richer or poor, in sickness and health, but most importantly because you took me as I am.
Everything in my life has led me to you. My choices, my heartbreaks, my regrets, everything. And when we're together, my past seems worth it.
I don't just love you more, I love you most. I really, really do.
I am truly blessed to be a part of your life, which today becomes our life together.
May these rings be symbols of the promises that Timothy and Hollee have made. Tim, you may kiss your bride. Ladies and gentlemen, for the very first time, may I introduce you to the newly married Mr. and Mrs. Timothy and Hollee Anderson.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's with great pleasure to introduce Mr. and Mrs. Anderson.
I just can't thank everybody enough for coming. Enjoy yourselves, eat, drink, be merry, and Happy New Year.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this will be their first dance as husband and wife.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you all for coming. I hope you're all enjoying yourselves. I don't have too much to say, but I do have a little story about Hollee. When she was like 3 or 4, she was sleeping between Michelle and I, and just out of the blue pops up and goes, "I'm feeling frisky today," right in the middle of the morning. We should have figured this out early on because she was born in a van, 25 below, historic cold weather. I'm not allowed to go into too many details, but We didn't make it to town, and so she's been frisky ever since the day she was born, and she hasn't stopped.
Hollee and I have been best friends for many years, and I don't know if you know this or not, Tim, but she used to be very obsessed with the 8-ball. So I bought you each an 8-ball, and I asked, are they going to live happily ever after? And it is decidedly so.
Vastly outnumbered by Hollee's friends and family, but the ones who did make it over, the support means just as much to me as anything else. And obviously, I shared my thoughts on the Woodhouse family and all her friends at the wedding.